Hey everyone, Nick here, Perth Building with Nick. So we're going to do another video in the series that we started shooting earlier on today. Today, well, in this video, we're actually going to start and we're going to talk about appliances. So the number one thing that everybody tries to tick off on their list is 900mm appliances in lieu of the 600mm appliances. Now, the majority of builders should be offering 900mm appliances now. So this is where we're going to start getting into the difference. And the difference is going to be who makes those appliances. You know, they're all imported, but there's a big difference in regards to quality. So National Homes, we use the Smeg brand. Now the Smeg are the ones that we've actually got in our homes are actually designed as more a boutique style, and there's some really great features in there. Now Smeg are the second biggest, I suppose, supplier in Australia. Which is great because they consider themselves more as a boutique appliance at this level. Westinghouse, another fantastic brand. Westinghouse is the number one supplier in Australia in regards to appliances, and they go through your Harvey Normans and your, your Good Guys, etc. as well. So now that we've ticked off the box that a lot of builders are going to do 900mm appliances, let's look at some of the features. So what does this 900mm appliance mean? Obviously it means the width of the oven, hot plate and range hood. And this is where it's going to vary a little bit. So basically how this is going to look is your 900mm width is going to be from this point to this point. But what are we going to do in regards to the cavity and the usable area within that? So at I suppose National/Smeg appliances that we're using, okay, we're looking at a 78mm opening in regards to the cavity. So that means the usable area within the oven is a lot higher. So you can cook your roast and your veggies at the same time. You can even cook maybe 3 or 4 pieces of roast meat down the bottom there. Look, my wife's English, so that's why I talk about roast a little bit. You know, we even tried to cook the Yorkshire puds at home. Sometimes really successfully, they fluff up, etc., and the kids love them. Sometimes not so successfully, and Dad gets roasted himself. Now, talking about the opening that we just spoke about before we got distracted. As I said, we're looking at a 78 or 780mm opening. The majority of them are looking at around a 720 or 72mm opening, which obviously reduces the usable area in that oven. A couple other features that's really important. Okay, twin fan. So that means the heat is evenly distributed throughout the oven, which means that you're cooking your whole oven at the same temperature instead of having hot and cold zones. Couple other points that we've got here as well. Okay, there's 3 blades of glass here. So what that basically means is that the air on the outside travels up through the glass, so that heat's not escaping from the oven, okay, and runs up in between. It comes out through this pane here, which then means that this is going to be cool touch, and if your kids come up and you're cooking something and they touch it, they're not leaving their fingerprints on your glass doors, or more importantly, you're having to rush them to the doctor. Another real important point that we've got here is we're looking at this little function here. This is called vapor clean. So what vapor clean means is you're not scrubbing out your oven for hours and hours on end with ridiculous amounts of chemicals, and your oven cleans with smell, and you can't get them out of your food and the cavities because you never clean it properly. Okay, it means that you get a bowl, you put water in it, some detergent, okay, you flick it onto vapor clean, you put it at the bottom of your oven and you leave it, okay, and then it does its thing, might be on for an hour or so, and then you come through and you literally just wipe it down because all the grease and everything's all being softened up. So another kind of really important point here as well is the fact that your knob there points to the function, okay, or the temperature that you're actually working to do. So really small feature, or really small thing that we're talking about, but it's such a big item in regards to just the small things. The small things count, all right? Because everyone does 900mm appliances, but what's the difference is your cooking, the quality of the food. One of the things I forgot to mention, which is really exciting, is that if you build with National Homes, we will actually organise for you, and you only need to speak to your representative or your consultant that you're dealing with, and we will organise for you to go down to Smeg in Claremont, okay, which we've just done, and they will cook you food on these appliances, okay, and you will sit down and they will show you all the features that I'm running through now. And look, you know what, they'll do it to another level than what I am, and my basic knowledge of it. So that's how often do you get that? You're moving into your new home and you have to get out your instruction manual on how to use your oven. We will organise for you to go down there, have an experience with one of their consultants. They will cook you the food on there. You will sit down. They will run you through all the features of the oven as well. How fantastic is that? Let me just pick up the camera here, and we're just going to move on to the hot plate. And what we're going to do is we are going to work on my camera skills. Okay, I do apologise, but we will get there. So, two really important points in regards to the hot plate. Okay, first one is the controls are on the side of the oven. Not the oven, the hot plate. Now, why does that matter? Because if you can imagine, this 80 mils, okay, was actually on the width of your hot plate, and that was there, then these burners would need to move up here, okay, and they'll be crushed. And if you were heating two different saucepans on the same point of the actual hot plate, okay, then it's an unusable area. It's not going to work, okay? Now, I know we don't do that every night. We don't have, I suppose, two burners on. But do you know what? We do when we have friends around and we're knocking something up really quickly, etc. Okay, so that can happen. The other really important point here is that this is actually a dual burner. So what that means is that if you have both of those on at the same time, you're going to get up to your 15 megahertz in temperature. So that's where the temperature you're going to be cooking your stir fry on, or your steak, because it's cold outside and you can't use your Weber. Okay, so you need to cook steak sizzling hot. That's the temperature that's going to be on. And amazingly, we get asked that regularly, and people will go down to Smeg and they will ask them that, do they need to upgrade their hot plate to get to that? No, they don't, because that's what we offer as standard. Okay, now another point that we're actually going to be looking at is the range hood. Can we get the range hood in there, Nick? There we go, beautiful. All right, so in regards to the range hood, one of the most, I suppose, common questions is, can we actually have it inbuilt into the overhead cupboards? Because you've got these beautiful overhead cupboards here. Yes, do you know what? You can, 100%. And do you know what? It looks better. What happens though is it affects the quality of the extraction of all the air and the smells and all that, because your usable area, okay, is reduced dramatically, okay? And as you can see, because all the air has to travel and extract through this point here, okay, the air has to go up and across to go up and out the tube up the top there as well, okay? So if you can imagine that that's actually reduced, okay, down to there, then that's really going to affect that. Now, so you've got to work out, do you want it to look better, or do you want it to work better? And both are options for you, okay? No issues whatsoever. Look, so that's my really quick run over the kitchen appliances. And look, I thank you for taking the time to listen to me waffle on a little bit today. I apologise a bit of the flapping about. We're in Perth, and it's a beautiful day outside, and the flies are annoying me. But that's they're entitled to do that as well. So look, jump on the description if you have any questions at any stage. Feel free to touch base with me, whether you're building with National or you're looking at building with National Homes, or do you know what, you may be looking at building with another builder, but you're unsure about something. Flick me a line via email. Check me out on LinkedIn. I'm on Instagram, as you can see, because you're watching this video on here. We're probably going to start up a Facebook page as well, but we've kind of left that off at the moment, and we've been concentrating more on the Instagram kind of stories. So moving away from the sales Facebook side of things to more creating an experience and giving you a little bit more education, to help you with your decisions. So, hey, look, thanks for your time today. Enjoy the rest of your day, and touch base if you need to. Thanks a lot. Bye.